It's time to face facts. At least for me it is. In a genre filled with various masked slashers, nightmare demons, and killer goalies, Michael Myers is probably the most important. And yet, somehow, he's the most maligned. Detractors usually start by poking fun of how slow he walks, yet he's always one step behind his victims. Then the jeers usually move on to how he seems invulnerable to just about everything thrown at him. Eventually, the peanut gallery begs on how he only ever showed up in Haddonfield on Halloween, even after they expanded on his lore and gave him a reason for that. People talked shit. To this day, a certain section of fans bitch and complain about that one. Not me, though. I love the Thorn trilogy in all of its theatrical cuts. I'm here talking out my own opinions, leading to a creative idea, but I'm sure that we all can agree that none of us could ever seem to get enough of this particular corner of John Carpenter's creative output. For me, the question has always been, how do we logically get more? Sure, you could go the tried and true once-a-year route. Would you really want that, though? That kind of thing hasn't exactly been known to keep horror franchises healthy. Take the Nightmare on Elm Street series, for example. No one ever really mentions how New Line Cinema did that exact thing for a few years, and before long, we ended up with Freddy's Dead. Just a burnt, shallow shell of what that once great franchise used to be. Doing the same thing over and over again, it gets boring, and that includes Coming Home. A film with Michael Myers as the antagonist, not set in Haddonfield, isn't a new idea. They ran with that in H2O. But we might have something new and exciting on our hands if it was set outside of Haddonfield, either before or after the Halloween season. I could already hear Malek Akkad bellyaching.
What would Michael do? The Halloween name is marketable, that's how we make money. What would you call this?
To which I would say, put down the knife and hear me out. The Halloween season will always be special to Michael. So I agree, a spin-off would need to give him something else to do, a purpose for the change of scenery and season. My answer to that is super simple. Possibly too simple. I'd like to see Loomis targeted by the Shape in some way. I mean, why wouldn't he? Loomis is always ruining his fun. Let's say Michael uses the Loomis family ties to get to Sam and draw him out. It makes all the sense in the world to me. I imagine that puts me in the minority once again. I'm okay with that, because I see it as a chance to get a glimpse into whatever family dynamics Loomis has been left with in spite of his obsession with the boogeyman. I admit what I'm describing doesn't sound very much like a Halloween movie, because it's not. It's an organic way to get us more stories and build these characters during the off-season. So picture it. You're in a theater waiting for your movie to begin, or comfortable on your couch at home. A movie trailer appears on the screen. Halloween night in Haddonfield, Illinois, 1978. Gunshots ring out, Michael falls off of that balcony, and with one final scare, the Shape is nowhere to be found. The camera pans around Haddonfield, we hear him breathing, and words appear on the screen. Michael Myers returns as, with, when, fall leaves.